What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today, I'm here, not on this Ferrari. We're going to change this Ferrari to the new car that's been added into the game. And to get it, you have to do this specific race right here, which is called Up Your Street. And you get yourself a little Ferrari GT70. A car I'm pretty much sure nobody has ever asked for in any game. But we got it regardless. So, where is this thing? Let's mess around with it. Here it is. It's ridiculous. It's crazy looking. I mean, it's a tiny little sports car. It sounds cool. I honestly have no idea anything about this car. I'm gonna say it was supposed to be a rally car, or it probably was a very successful rally car. I don't really know, to be honest. I've never actually looked into the GT70. I really haven't. I know the Escorts and the Sierras and all that stuff, and the, you know, the times of the rally and all that, but like, I don't know any classic cars like this. For example, the GT70. I don't remember ever seeing one of these things. So maybe I'm just an uneducated swine, but yeah, this is a new car added this week. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be a rally car. You don't really have a car that looks like this. Especially with the 4 headlamps. I'm probably completely mistaken here. But it does look like a race car though. Which it probably was. I like it. It handles quite well. I mean, I don't think it weighs much, so it just shoots itself into a corner and you just push it out because it doesn't have a ton of power for it to oversteer or anything. So it's a nice little car to drive, honestly. It's slow, obviously. As you can see, it's only doing 130 something miles per hour. So this thing isn't crazy fast, but I could keep it at that speed with the like stock wheels and everything like that. Kind of a cool little car. Let's go to the festival. Let's see what we can do to this car. Let's see if there's anything interesting to do to this car. Let's just put it that way, because I know there's going to be a lot of terrible things probably from the Forza parts that we can add onto it, but yeah, it's kind of cool. You know what? I'm going to do a quick little research on this car just so I know my way around it. So I was right. Before even actually looking this up, this was supposed to be a rally car. So, well, it was made into a rally car, and it was made to compete against the 911s on the Renault Alpines. So, yeah, that's where this car is from. That's kind of cool. I never actually knew about this thing. I knew 911s and the Renault Alpines used to do a lot of rally stuff. I don't know that, but like, I don't know about this. So this right now is a 200 horsepower engine. It weighs only 762 kilos, so obviously that's why it showed that it was very light on the road when I was driving it, because it is actually very light. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to just like keep this thing as close to stock as possible. I mean, we could put like some stupid engines in it, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like the way this sounds. The BMW 3.2 inline 6 that we have there. This, the 2-liter inline 4 turbo, which is most likely, I'm gonna say this is an SR20. It probably is. Unless somehow they decided to use Forza engine, but it doesn't seem like it. But I'm pretty sure it's an SR20. It's also mid-engined and rear. Is it mid-engined or rear-engined? It's mid-engined rear-wheel drive. That's kind of cool as well. But I also like the way this thing sounds like this, because I'm pretty sure it has carbs, or carbies. It does have a carburetor. So it'd be kind of cool to just keep it like this, but then just turbocharging it, because it already sounds really cool, as it is. How much power can we boost this thing up to? So 250 before we even start upgrading the engine. That'd be kind of cool. We could even supercharge it if we really wanted to. It does weigh a little bit more, and it doesn't make as much power. Sure, let's just turbo it. Let's just turbocharge this thing. And as usual, like I said, we have some disgusting Forza parts that we can add onto it, which I really don't want to do. Now, since we're also turning this thing into a rally car, let's give it some rally wheels. We're going to go ahead and make these things a little wider. So from 195s to 225s. I'm going to guess this rear go up to 245s there. That's a little staggered set. I like that. As for our wheels, I mean, as for rally wheels, I mean, since we're going to keep this thing as a rally car or whatever, there's not really a lot of them that we could choose from. Let's just put it that way. There's not really a lot of wheels for a rally car, especially not on this. Here, maybe? No? I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. No. We don't. We don't really have a lot of rally wheels. We have like a few of them. I mean, we have some 1552s and maybe some of these. They don't really suit it though. The 5052s kind of suit this thing. Where are those like Ford Stealth like style wheels? These ones. Are they? They're very similar to those. Or maybe even these actually, the Speedline courses. I kind of like these. Especially in white. Okay. I'm going to leave the wheel size the way it is. I will, however, bring the track width out just slightly. Bring it to the second option there. This one we can go as wide as possible because we have a lot of space to play with in the back end. And then everything else just put on race spec and then see how fast and how well this thing will be able to handle off-road sections. So I will take this thing off-road. Even though I can't really build a car for off-road that well. Oh no, why'd you have to do that then, game? Actually kind of looks good, lowered. Why'd you have to go and give this thing drift suspension? Now I have to go and drift it. That's literally the case. Every single time I do a build, if there's drift suspension available, I will have to drift this car. Oh god. Okay, well I'm putting rally suspension on it. I have loads of money to spare, so I'm just gonna slap that on. And then I'll keep it with this engine. And then I think the 3.2 will be able to make a lot more horsepower, so I'm gonna put that in afterwards. Or maybe the rally engine. The 1.6 liter. But we'll see. Right now, 500 horsepower in a car this size with the standard engine. This might actually go very, very well for me. It's rear wheel drive still. It still weighs quite less than before. Like, I don't even know how to explain myself. It weighs less than before. I was about to say it weighs quite a little bit less, but no, that's the correct English. That sound, yes. Oh, it sounds like a proper rally car. Like a classic rally car, though. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh, I can definitely get those rear wheels to spin. Jesus. And it revs so high. Oh, this engine is sick. I'm just listening to this thing. I'm sorry if I just went quiet. This thing sounds class. I absolutely love it. Did I bottom out? What was that? That put me off. Did I bottom out? That just sounded so weird. It literally sounded like when I was braking, just hit my front end off the ground. I need to take this to a rally section. What am I doing, like, on this bit of road here? I don't know. Is there anything that we could do here? There should be, like, one or two here. So here, we try to do, like, a speed zone. Because that'd be kind of interesting. Let's choose one that's a little bit more... Yeah, something like this. I was about to say, let's choose one that's a little bit more, like, technical. It's not like, you know, too many long straights and stuff like that, so I can actually drive this thing properly. That sounds brilliant. Well, it definitely has the grip off-road. Let's just put it that way. I definitely think it can go a lot faster though. But I also do think that this would definitely benefit from a nice little all-wheel drive swap if I do decide to take it off-road and do rally sections. Because, I mean, it's just better. When you do this thing with a rear wheel drive, it's the same as like driving on a road. It actually does drive very, very well. Let's just put it that way. I'm definitely not bashing this thing, but like, it also doesn't have the power that I used to get that 124 miles an hour there. I saw something, that's why I'm rewinding. I saw potential. There we go. Okay, I've had my fun with this thing for off-roading, even though that's technically what it's made to do. Let's just build it for drifting. Let's just do that. This is what I'm here to do. This is my form of entertainment. Alright? I don't care if you guys want me to do it or not. This is from me. This is me wanting to turn this thing into a full-on drift car. So, with the rally engine, I think this makes about 650 horsepower, and it weighs less than this, but with this, it's already at 400. Wait, no, that's not it. I'll go to some stock tires. Dude, actually, should I go to stock tires? No, we're not gonna go with stock tires, because I definitely don't think that this'll be good if I do that. So, transmission's fine, don't have to change anything there. Suspension, I do have to change. Put on drift suspension. And, now see how much power I can squeeze out of this thing. If it's less, well, it definitely can't be less than 500, but if it's less than like 650 or something like that, I may have to choose the rally engine, but I don't think it will be. 718, 752, 761. So it has almost a 1-to-1 power to weight ratio, this car. So 761 horsepower. I'm thinking that the other engine doesn't make as much. I'll put it on anyway, just to see. There's not really a lot of options to change here. I don't think it does make that much power. Yeah, 668. 670 is the amount of power that engine can put out. Okay, so we'll do that. I'll just rebuy everything again. Right, so 761, 740 newton meters of torque, 770 horsepower. Can this thing do 700 miles an hour? That is the big question here. I'm joking. Let's go ahead and we'll see how fast this thing is now in a straight line, especially with this engine that we have here. Even though that's pretty much what this is not going to be built for, but we'll see. It says 260 horsepower. It says 261 miles an hour. 243. 244. Around 244.4. 244.5. Doesn't seem to like it lost the go up anymore. I will lock the diff though. We'll do that. This is also mid-engine, so the handling of this thing is not going to be the same as, let's say, something that's front engine and rear wheel drive. So it's going to be a little weird trying to slide this thing. It's gonna feel like a Ferrari, I'm gonna guess, to drive around in this thing. Right, let's test out the top speed real quick. Can I squeeze out a 250? Even though that does say that it caps out at like 245 or whatever it was. 244 point something. Let's do one loop around the roundabout. Okay, well it definitely has all the power in the world to spin those rear wheels very easily. Do I see a gap? And gap. Goodbye, Lambos. It still revs out very, very high. I haven't used this engine in a really, really long time, so I have no idea how good or bad it is. That's 200 miles an hour. Come on. It's a little sideways, but it's fine. Okay, now it's got grip again. Come on, build up that speed. 230. I can't even do 240. Oh, it will do 240. Do 240. 240. Okay. Okay. It definitely did 240. Let's slide around with this thing. Yeah, I don't care. Okay. It's kind of annoying that we're in nighttime, though. I can push this out really, really wide, though. Which is very surprising. Look how wide I can stay on the track. Wow, this thing has a lot of torque for the amount of power that it has. And because it doesn't weigh much. I definitely didn't expect this thing to drive like this. It's super smooth. That's such a smooth car to drive. Wow. It's easy to catch. The front end is very light, so that's good. Okay. I was just trying to concentrate and I was a little bit surprised. I was a bit taken back with how this thing drives. It's incredibly smooth. That was weird. Well, it definitely does sound like a BMW from inside. Let's just put it that way. It's nice. Honestly. It's nice with the standard engine. It's nice with this engine. It's such a weirdly well-balanced car. It's not weird, though. It can't be weird because the car is like mid-engine. It's rear-wheel drive. It's made to be a rally car. I mean... I don't know. Because I don't know much about this car, that's most likely why I'm a little bit taken back and a little bit surprised. Because, I mean, it is technically made to be just a rally car. So, like, I don't see why it can't do what I'm doing right now, like, with ease. It's just... It's light, it's from the 70s, it's... Yeah, that's maybe the reason why. But it's a seriously good car. And it's very, very easy to get. You just do the street races and that's about it. You want to slide with it? You can slide with it. It has all the torque in the world with this engine as well. It's brilliant. And it revs out a lot as well. And it's super, super easy to handle. You can send it out so wide, or you can have little tiny turns here. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting to spin out. I just wanted to keep pushing, to keep pushing it as much as I possibly could. And I tried to spin out on it, and I couldn't spin out when I was coming down the hill. There you go, going up the hill I can. This has a lot of torque, and I was trying to put it in such a tiny, tiny little area here. If I go a little bit wider, then it's a lot easier to go up the hill. And I won't spin out. Because it's, I'm not using as much angle, but if I was because I was so close to the inside, I put way too much power down. It's such a small area, it spun me out. Okay. I'm really, really, really liking this thing, so I definitely do think you guys should check it out. And let me know what you think of this this little car. The Ford GT70. It's very, very fun to drive. In pretty much any way you want. I really do wish, if I could... I'd probably like some race suspension on this thing. I think with race suspension, I mean, I could possibly just use the drift one anyway. And just reduce the camber. But, like, I think this might be a very good road car as well. Like, with just a little bit more grip on the road. Maybe the tires, I think that'll bring it back. I think if this thing had race tires, this would be an unbelievably good car on the road. Like, seriously, seriously, seriously good car. Right now it's an S1 876. I think with race tires, if we could get this thing to about, literally, like 900, this would be an absolute monster to drive on the street. Seriously. Anyway, I enjoyed this car. It definitely surprised me. Definitely, guys, should have it. I definitely recommend you guys try this thing out yourselves. Let me know what you think of it, because it's a really, really cool car. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on other social medias. Do all that other stuff if you really want to. But, yeah, the most importantly, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully, I can. That'd be very, very cool. but obviously I can't do it without your guys' help. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.